Put your credit card away, sir. Go home. Your wife needs you. She is sleeping with another man.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no!
Okay. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Get you some man juice.
Sure.
Did you just say man juice?
Man,
Why
get you some
say
man juice.
that?
That was the biggest AO of the whole podcast. And it just
No,
fucking
man.
it just skated right by. What the fuck?
There's a lot of pseudo pop science out there, but you gotta get the funding and stuff.
I have crippling depression, but it's not anime, so get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
I
that,
don't want to.
Shit.
if you're not talking anime, we do not want
The
to.
pretty girls are real, then they're not waifus.
That's true.
It's just like your drop should be, dang, Daddy David. Hey, yo, boom, boom, boom. Well, hey, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 22 of the Unboxing Life podcast. My name is Treasure Coon. I will be one of your main hosts of this evening, and I am joined by my good friends Alex.
What's going on, everybody?
Cameron.
How we doing out there?
And my daddy David.
I am your daddy. What
yes,
is
sir.
Friends.
Welcome to, I guess, our first official variety episode podcast. We've done several in the past, but this is going to be one of that is actually dedicated to being a variety episode. We just finished recording our Avenged Sevenfold special.
Right,
So-
our first episode of Music Box, inaugural episode. So hope you guys enjoyed that.
You'll be hearing this on Friday next week, about the 11th, something like that.
I
Anyways,
think the 11th is Friday. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
So we're gonna have some just random topics to talk about. If you like to just chill and grab a snack and join with us, we will try and keep you entertained. But before we do all that shit, we have to address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
We called out a specific woman who lives at P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way,
Oh,
and it wasn't supposed to be that way, man.
That's
She
true.
didn't delete that comment. Sydney, we're sorry.
we're
Yeah,
sorry.
we are
As
sorry.
if she
I don't
would
know.
ever listen to it now, but
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Of course, yeah. We gotta.
I guess it
Get
was
on
like
record.
I guess I got it mixed up because I actually did think that it was deleted, but it was a different video I was looking at, so I was tripping.
Yeah, so we apologize. The comment is still there.
Yes.
We told a little funny story about how we thought that Alex's fucking Cameron's ex-girlfriend went back and deleted one of her comments that she left, and she didn't. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
shout out to you for keeping it there.
So
yeah. It
So
was
that-
not the pettiness. So.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that icing on the cake, but the rest of what we did say was true about her never listening and all that stuff. So that
All right, we don't have to
that's still a
shit on her
fact.
anymore, but
All right.
But what I wanted to say though was it wasn't all bad because I've said this to Alex already, but like that, I mean, it wasn't a lie. It wasn't a purposeful like lie or
Intentional,
anything. It was just
Yeah.
like accidental mistruth, I guess you could say. Was like me believing that, even though it wasn't true, was like very nice in the process of like exiting out of that relationship. So it was a net positive, honestly. So who gives a fuck?
yeah, as a positive MPV, you took the investment project and you made a lot of money.
Okay,
So
all right.
you're good.
There you go, Mr.
Yeah, the IRR was greater than the required rate of return, so you're good.
Yeah,
Whoa.
all those words.
Putting that
all those
degree
bold
to good
accounting
use.
textbook words, for sure.
Yeah. So there you go. Just
All
correct the
right,
record.
so-
there you go.
We will always correct ourselves when we were previously wrong or accidentally said the wrong
Yeah.
thing. So
Mhm.
it's called
That's
credibility.
what's up. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to hear our traditions. How about that?
How about
I want to hear him too.
So let's
How about that?
give it off. Who wants to start? Let's do Cameron. Let's do Cameron.
I will kick it off.
Do
I have
it.
a,
Kick it
I have
up.
a video game fact for the boys for the variety episode.
Ooh,
Okay.
I figure
gamers.
I'll try to keep the specific episode facts like towards the topic that we're covering, but these ones are still going to be the traditional ones of, you know, a cow getting hit by a Cuban or a spent American rocket.
Yeah.
So in 2007, Rockstar Games allowed fans to call a number and rant about everything they thought was wrong with America. The best songs.
Oh my god.
The best songs. The best calls were clipped and then featured on a radio station in GTA 4.
Oh my fucking
So
god.
there's real people like complaining about what they think is wrong with the country on the radio in GTA 4.
That is
funny.
pretty fucking great. I'm not gonna lie.
That is great.
It's a great
Shout
idea.
out to you, Rockstar.
God, Rockstar.
Always,
Yeah.
always ahead of the game.
Shout out to the GTA radio stations.
Oh, absolutely.
They be wilding on those radio.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo, we
Yeah.
gonna try and sell your ass some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was freaking
West Coast
episode
classics,
1.
man.
Episode 1 when I put GTA 5 on one of my top 10 video games of all time. I talked about the radio for a good like 5 minutes about how fucking amazing that radio is and the fake ads and all the personalities they have on there. It's really good. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very absurdist, modern, freaking parody or whatever you want to call it. I don't
Absolutely,
know.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Alex,
Nice.
give us your cringe of the week.
All right, this one is pretty cringe. All right. What did Santa Claus say to Mrs. Claus when he looked up into the sky?
Hell, that ass fat though.
That's the joke.
If he's looking up in the sky and he can still see that ass, then yeah, that's a pretty fat.
That's a pretty fat
Yeah,
ass. Man.
congrats to Mrs. Claus on that one.
He says, "Looks like rain, dear."
Okay. I like that one quite a bit. I cannot
I
lie.
love Trevor's.
I liked
face
you better
palm,
when
dude.
you did icicle.
Icicle.
I told you would.
By icicle.
No, yeah, he
That's
warned us that
good,
that
though.
was gonna be bad. So yeah, no.
I
That was pretty
like
good.
the breaking up the one word into two words.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah.
Classic. Speaking
I'm
of
recording
classic,
right now. We recording, motherfucker.
classic. What is David?
I have a visitor. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My God.
All right, David. Are we?
Yes,
we are
sir.
you right, baby?
Yes, we are.
Give us
I'm
your
ready
PP of the week.
I'm ready to give my track of the week, I guess. I was gonna go with December 4th by Jay-Z, which I know is not one of Trevor's favorite Jay-Z songs, but
Not at all.
it was just December 4th, and it was Happy Birthday to Hove Day. So
Wow.
I had to go with it. And I actually do like this track. I think it's produced by Just Blaze, who's a frequent Jay-Z collaborator. I really like it as an opening of the Black album, his mother telling the story of his life and all
I
that.
hate those parts.
And I
So
hate
cringe
you.
to me.
How dare you?
And I hate
On
you.
December 4th, Sean Carter was brought
Yeah.
into the world.
He taught himself how to ride a bike or whatever. Took the training wheels off. That shows how unique he is.
He was rapping at the dinner table.
See? So I don't know. Yeah, learn some stuff about Jay-Z, I guess.
And after you're done with that, go to PSA by Jay-Z.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's
Get you some man juice.
sure.
Did you
sure.
just say man juice?
Man,
Why-
get you
why
some
say
man juice.
that?
That was the biggest AO of the whole podcast. It just
No,
fucking
man.
it just skated right by. What the fuck?
Get you some man juice.
Oh my God.
Okay. Dope,
Alright.
man. All right.
It's a cool track on a great album.
Yeah, definitely a great
Alright.
album. Classic.
The Black Album. Throw that diamond up. Dude, yeah, baby. We
Rock.
lit.
No,
It is the rock.
I don't know what I'm doing.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Throw that
Oh.
shit up. Ho.
Rockefeller Records.
I rock
Rockefeller.
hoes. Y'all rock fellas.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. All right.
Ether.
So, with all that out of the way, I'm gonna do my cringe tradition where I do. I'm just gonna read it off. So this is by
Okay.
Mrs. Cardi B,
Oh boy.
Okay.
and it's a
Oh,
song.
okay.
It's a song called "Bickenhead" off of her "Invasion of Privacy."
All right.
Here it goes, baby. Yeah, pop that pussy like you ain't popped that pussy in a while.
Mm.
Pop that pussy like popping pussy is going out of style. Pop that pussy while you work. Pop that pussy up at church. Pop
Sure.
that pussy on the pole. Pop that pussy on the stove.
Mm.
Make that pussy slip and slide like you from the 305. Spread them ass cheeks open. Make that pussy crack a smile.
A smile, yes.
Wait.
He's not done.
You can't even get through it. You were doing so well.
Lock your legs around that dude. Make him give your ass a child.
Damn.
I was-
And that was Cardi B.
Well-known philosopher.
What were those Dr. Seuss ass
One
bars?
of the greatest,
Dr. Seuss.
one of the greatest minds
I
and
will eat
most
it in a
quotable.
train on a plane.
Holy shit.
That is like freaking green eggs and ham.
So
Oh my god.
It's so much better when you don't hear me saying it. But
I'm
I
very
caught the flow a little bit, but I didn't want to catch it because I wanted it to be super cringe. But
yeah. I'm perplexed at what'd you say on the stove?
on the stove, yeah,
and then up at church. That's in
that's
the
some
home of
white
the
people
Lord.
shit.
What the heck?
In the home of our Lord
on?
and Savior Jesus Christ, you would pop that pussy? Excuse you, young woman. Oh my goodness. I need to see you in the confessional for
For some further examination.
That's wild.
Yeah, so
Good job.
it's a classic masterpiece.
Big in head.
All right.
Give that a certified hood classic.
you caught David.
Oh my god.
Caught David off guard with that church line.
He certainly did.
I couldn't see your guys' reaction, but
When you said it, he was like, "Church."
How dare you?
"How dare you?
Yeah. All right, guys.
Maybe Daddy David not so much approves.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right.
I cannot approve.
So the first topic we have on this beautiful docket, I was talking to Cameron about this idea. It's called 6 degrees of separation. And the long and short of it is that you can basically meet anyone in the world through 6 mutual connections, which is wild to think about. But it kind of works like this. And I'm not reading this off of anything. I'm just kind of freestyling. But say you have 100 friends. Those people have 100 friends. So when you talk to someone, like say your first connection is that friend, so that's the first degree. Then you can meet someone that they know, that's second degree. If you multiply the 100 by 100, it goes up exponentially the more people you talk to that are different, that have different mutual connections. So those first 2 pools of 100 people, you can meet up to 10,000 people.
Yep.
Then it goes up exponentially, and up to 6 degrees, I think it's 10 billion connections. So if you have 6 of the same people that you know as Will Smith, you can meet him. It's fucking crazy. You can reach anyone in the world. And I don't know why I just thought of this idea, but I hear it a lot, like just being tossed around, like degrees of separation. And I never knew what it was, so I finally just looked it up, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I wanted to know, if you could choose your 6 mutual connections, who would you want to meet?
Oh, to meet who?
Yeah.
Who's at the end of the rainbow? Of
Yeah.
people?
Who would you like to meet?
Oh, it's the same kind of thing of like if you could have dinner with anyone, like or whatever.
Yeah. Kind of like that.
I don't fucking know. Who? You give us your answer to start.
I
out.
don't know. I was trying to see if y'all would freestyle a little with me, but I think
Kendrick.
Alex is Bad Bunny.
No, I would say Osuna.
Osuna?
Okay. Yeah, I was close.
Osuna. I would go with him.
Cool. I'll go with Kendrick. We're both just like
We just do a musical artist. All right.
apparently.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna
You
do
don't have
musical
to.
artists, and then we're gonna do someone else that isn't in music.
All right. Well, if I have to pick a musical artist,
Gerald.
Gerald would be fucking fun to party with, dude. Gerald would be
crazy.
Gerald would be very, very fun to party with.
Gerald,
love to try
otherwise
to-
known as Mr. G-Eazy.
G-Eazy. I would love to try to hang with G-Eazy. Goddamn. That'd be
pretty sick.
That'd be nice. Strippers at 11 keep us entertained. So yeah.
Okay.
I would
you
definitely
guys-
go with Mr. Aubrey Drake Graham. You know, hang with the boy a little bit. You know,
Of course.
if I could be in the
Of
studio
course.
while he records like his next hit, that would be probably my dream come true. Just to like see it come to life.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
I think that'd be
I do. Yeah. I wonder about because Drake has made so many hits at this point. It's like, what is his studio process like?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I don't know.
And
So
he lives in a damn embassy, basically. Fucking
non-
mansion.
Yeah.
for non-music, but it could still be a celebrity.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would say
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
Anne Hathaway.
I
love
you,
Anne
you,
Hathaway.
you said that as if
Okay.
you expected to explain it, and I'm gonna ask you to.
I just love Anne Hathaway.
I mean, I absolutely loved
What's
her. in-
what's your
what was
favorite
it,
movie with her?
Was it the Princess Diaries? That was that
no,
Disney
it was-
movie.
Well, I liked her as Catwoman, but I would say Les Mis.
Oh, she was Catwoman.
She was Catwoman. I liked her as
Musical.
Catwoman. Les Mis. That is my probably at least top 2 favorite movies of all time.
Wow.
With Hugh
So
Jackman,
you
Anne
and me,
Hathaway,
you and
Russell
me with
Crowe.
musicals because I adore La La Land. So
I'm not even like a big on musicals, but that one in particular is the only. It's the only Les Mis. It's a musical, but specifically the film adaptation with Hugh Jackman, Anne Hathaway, Russell Crowe.
Mm.
Like Eddie Redmayne's in
Belichick-
that.
the
a
Belichick's
light cast.
favorite.
A light cast.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
amazing. It's the only movie that made me cry. That
Dang.
brings a tear to my eye.
Did
Only
you not
one.
watch Big Hero 6?
Big R6. Wow.
Okay, yes. Let me tell you how much I bawled
Coco?
at Big Hero 6.
Toy
Story
Coco was
3.
close.
Toy
Coco
Story
was
Definitely
close.
shed a tear on Coco.
It's
Yeah.
I cried
definitely-
at Coco. I cried at fucking.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard for me to shed a tear at movies. But I was when I seen that movie, I was reluctant. I didn't want to watch it because I thought it would be whack because I thought it would be cheesy. But then I watched it, and at the very end, bro, my lacrimal ducts were going ham.
I
There you
want.
go.
All right, so I want to experience what you're talking about. So you watch La La Land. I'll watch Les Mis, and we'll come here and talk about it.
I honestly think we should all watch Les Mis.
I
would
think we
love
should
to-
watch La La
probably.
Land. Though.
I would
It's
love
honestly-
to. I would
that-
love to talk about it.
Yeah,
Musical thing. Yeah.
That'd be sick. Okay, cool.
Dope. All right.
All right,
But-
you guys just saw pre-production in our episode. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
forward to that.
Absolutely.
2 years later.
There you go. Yeah. Well, everyone
So-
loves Anne Hathaway. There you go. That's a good.
All right. What about you guys? Do you guys have another? I'm just thinking actresses now.
Yeah, I was trying to
Yeah.
think of like interesting people to talk to and that stuff. Like if you actually got to have a conversation with them, or like sit down to dinner or whatever. I would love to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's fucking.
Okay.
He's been one of the like most brilliant minds in the like physics and astronomy community for a while, and he's absolutely phenomenal at explaining things like that simply as well. I think he's
It's so
I think he's
fu- it's-
currently
it's
at the
fun-
head of Cosmos as well and stuff like that, and he's just like a super friendly like type of guy who's also extremely intelligent and has got a good sense of humor. So I think him probably.
He Sheldon off of Big Bang Theory shits on him all the time, like in the show. Like
Yeah.
I think the first time he meets him, he's still pissed at him because he was on the committee that like demoted Pluto, and he's like,
Yeah.
I actually didn't vote for Pluto to be demoted. It was just the community, and he's like, I don't care. Like, he just did a Sheldon thing, but he was like a reoccurring guest on there, and it's
Yeah.
funny to see him in that
That
light.
is funny.
Yeah,
That's interesting. Huh.
he's one of my
Dang.
better Twitter follows.
Twitter follows.
I don't know. I'd want to meet other than the boy.
Yeah.
I don't usually think about these kind of questions. I just kind of sprung it on y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I just had another one. Top 3. So Osuna, Anne Hathaway, and I would say Dashi.
Okay. see
YouTuber.
that.
I was kind of thinking YouTubers too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have to throw Dashi.
That's interesting. All
I
right.
wouldn't mind to meet Mr. Fruit. Mr. Fruit's pretty chill.
Mr.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Make a selection, Daddy David.
I know.
Oh, Joe Budden podcast. What the fuck am I talking about?
What are you
Absolutely, I
doing?
would've-
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
no, nah, man. I'm shouting them
Joe
out on
Budden.
my shit. Nah.
The fact that you
That- I
listen to
listen to
6
them.
hours of it a week, yeah.
I listened to on our Spotify Wrapped. It was 32,000 minutes was dedicated to them, and I did the little math calculation. 533 hours. That's 22
Oh, wow.
days
In 1 year.
in
Dang.
1 year.
I was listening to that. That
That
was
was- yeah.
that's very similar
I-
to me.
I
with,
literally eat, sleep, and drink them. Pause. Yeah, I would love to meet them. And I actually had like, now that we're talking about this, I had a dream that I met them, and I was in line for PS5. Like, this was 2 days ago, and I was telling Rocio about this last night. But I had a dream that I met Maul, and I dapped him up, and we were in like some really tight hallway. So we basically had to dap anyway. But he he talked to me like we were like homies for like the longest time, and I was like, bro, this is so cool. And then I woke up and I'm like,
No.
You should have invited him on.
Yeah,
shit.
that was a dream.
Should have invited him on your dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Big facts.
yeah, I would love to meet them.
yeah. I didn't
What
pick
about you,
anyone.
David? You pick one?
I know they say meet your heroes, but would you like to meet a? No, never mind.
What?
That was
What?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Eminem, but then I don't know.
You freak. I
Yo,
already did a
Eminem
new
is
story.
greatest to ever live, man. Like,
Hey, bro.
I'm
Nobody
joking.
even comes close, bro.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I was gonna say. No, you made me. Oh yeah, Bernie from Rooster Teeth. I don't know. Like, I think
Oh,
Cameron
he's a
was
homie.
talking-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bernie's a fucking homie.
There you go.
I've watched so many of the RT animated from the like clips from their podcasts. Honestly, I used to listen to the podcast, the RT podcast a ton. And Trevor, you need to stop whatever you're doing because it looks like you're doing not what you're doing. On the video.
Or maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
There you go.
I'm rubbing my hands together.
Clarity.
Maybe with cameras around.
That's probably my most watched or listened to podcast ever.
Yeah,
and Bernie
they're-
was like, is like the internet daddy before I became the internet daddy.
Before you took on the mantle.
He took over.
I took over, but yeah, no, it just seemed like a super cool guy, and he like knew stuff about how to like conduct yourself and like building a brand and whatever.
Oh,
and all that.
absolutely. Yeah, I
So-
mean, Rooster Teeth is what it is because of him, largely, right? I mean, he's one of the founding members.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
super intelligent guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he's on Australia now. So like, yeah.
And there you have
Yeah.
it. That's our 6 degrees of separation breakdown.
Interesting about
That
that
actually-
fact because like in a little while it won't be 6 degrees anymore, right? Because you said
Yeah,
it was
it'll
10
probably
billion.
I think
7
10
degrees.
billion. I could be wrong.
Well, we still have some
In
time.
a little while, that would be quite a long time. We're not
Yeah.
gonna get there anytime soon. but-
I thought I heard. I don't know if this fact is true at all. I thought I heard the world's population has doubled since the 60s, but that might be entirely false.
no, I think that's true. Its population
Yeah.
growth has been
The world
absurd.
or the
Like,
U.S.?
That's something that's something I try really hard to think about when I consider like world history and stuff like that, or even just American history. Is like how many fewer people there were. Like there was a point where there was only like 1 million people on the entire planet. Like and like
Well, yeah. That's just,
there hasn't been this many
how it
people
works.
for very long at all. So it's interesting
Now
to,
it's being
to
sad.
think of. It's interesting to think of things, but like what I'm talking about is like massive battles, right? Where you hear the casualty numbers are in like the tens of thousands or something. That's like several cities worth of
whole
people
nation.
at that time. Like that's like entire communities just eviscerated by like that
All
war.
of
or whatever.
Deltona.
Yeah. So it's
Trevor doesn't care about. He said bye-bye.
I hate. Bye bye. I'm that dude on the
Alone.
voicemail. Bye bye.
Jesus.
Have a good
No,
time.
I wonder.
Smart.
a
Yeah,
bit of a time.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Have a good time. Yeah, the TV commercial
Yeah.
thing, or the
Yeah. He's at the end. I
Little-
forget what
little
show it
flat
is, but
I think it was George Lopez.
I don't know.
Might have been
It's
there.
for a production company. I want to say it was at the
Yeah.
end of like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
dang.
It's not a sitcom. I know that much.
But it's another one that's like Fremulon, but that's
Yeah.
down a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that reminded me though. This whole concept though reminded me. Or were you going to say something about what I
Yeah,
was?
he
talking
was.
about?
I was, in fact.
Okay.
I was just gonna say it's interesting to think like what cultural changes are just changed by the sheer number of people there are now. Where like, because it wasn't that long ago, like there's still people alive where there was like half the population. So it's like, are we more like fragmented because of that, in addition to like other stuff or whatever? Weird. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely interesting. To
I
think
mean,
about.
it's also very beneficial. Like, I'm gonna keep bringing this whole thing up of what Cameron was saying, how we can literally find our own niche because there's so many people now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, it's such a popular topic that Rocio and I were talking about it in passing. Like, we can quite literally blow up, have 3 million subscribers, and you could walk down the street and no one would know who we are
Well,
because
Yeah.
it's just like there's so many fucking people in the world and there's so many different facets of life, and we would
Niches,
never
yeah.
reach the entire place. Yeah, there's too many people.
Yeah, it's like back in the day when like literally everyone was like everyone in America was watching the same TV show and they could all talk about it, and it was like I feel like it
And the
creates
fireside chats and shit.
yeah, it's like a
Oh,
much
yeah.
bigger
Same.
cultural moment, and now it's like we're all watching. There's like very few shows and whatever that like that many people can talk about like that anymore.
Yeah, like the Super Bowl is one of those like get-togethers where everyone kind of stops and watches the same thing,
Yeah.
even if you're not into sports.
I don't know. Stranger Things is pretty big.
Yeah, there's like, I mean, it's not.
It
I mean,
comes to
there's
mind.
Not
I'm
anymore.
thinking of stuff that comes to
I mean,
mind.
if you want to go like that route, then you say like Game of Thrones or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Game of
It was-
Thrones is like the biggest cultural phenomenon in terms of like everyone
wow.
watching the same thing.
Shit,
Yeah.
like Seinfeld had the record for most number of people on the same concurrent episode when they had the finale. Like like 53 million people tuned in,
Yeah.
something like that. Something
Yeah.
astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit just doesn't happen anymore.
yeah. Game of Thrones was the most recent, and then it just fell off. 'Cause last season sucked. Garbo, Garbo trash.
Still worth watching though. The show itself.
Debatable.
I really think it is, honestly. If you want to
I
debate
don't know.
that. I mean, it's like I love a good conclusion to a show, but
Garbo.
like just the individual performances, like not even talking about the plot of the show, like the individual performances and the way that the cinematography and the music and everything that went into that show is still a great experience watching that, even if the plot does end up disappointing you in the end. So,
But it's not
Yeah.
anime, so get the fuck out of here, man.
Big, yeah. That,
And I don't want to.
Shit.
if you're not talking anime, we do not want
The
to
pretty
talk.
girls are real, then they're not waifus.
That's true.
2D
So true.
2D girls greater than 3D girls.
There you go. When it happened.
Jeremy would agree.
I don't know about that.
Shout out to you, Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy
Oh
though.
my god.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing though that this topic reminded me of when you brought it up is I don't know if you guys have ever played or heard of the game Played with Wikipedia, in which you ideally it's played like next to another person, so you both have Wikipedia open, and you pick a random starting point, and then through the in-text like hyperlinks, you try to get to a certain page, and usually it's like Nazism or aliens or something that you pick, and so you try and you start on like pufferfish and try to get to Nazis, and it's like
That's interesting.
that's like what the degrees of
That'd be
separation
fucking
reminded
wild.
me is like no matter what, like it could take you forever, like it could take you 100 clicks, it could take you 6 clicks. You can, one way or another, find your way to any page on Wikipedia via another page.
That's interesting.
They're probably going to ask you to
The
donate on
search
the road.
bar.
They will. Like Lauryn Hill said, everything is.
What?
You said everything is everything?
Yes.
Okay, you cut out at the
Yeah.
Sorry.
You cut it out at the second
Everything is
everything is. There you go.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
That's
All right.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
The next topic.
So,
So,
yeah.
so there's this idea, and I again, I have no research on this, but it was a weird topic that came out of nowhere like 4 years ago when I was working at UPS,
Mm.
and it's the idea of smiling with your teeth versus not. So just giving them like the, no teeth or anything.
Mhm.
And I worked with this guy.
So you're saying when you like smile at a person, right?
Yeah, like when you smile
As opposed
around other people that aren't your friend, like aren't your family.
Yeah,
or
as
anything.
opposed to like in photos or something is what I mean.
Yeah, like in person, just like being a human being.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I worked with this guy named Robert, and on the sword aisle, we sometimes there would be 2 per belt. So whenever they would unload, we would all work together. And he would tell a joke, and we would start talking to people that are around us. And he like noticed, and he's like, "Yo, you smile a lot when you're like just out and about. Like you show teeth." And I'm like, "What?" Because like the idea was never like brought up to me like that it was foreign to show teeth like out in public. So I thought maybe that it was an idea of like maybe security or being like comfortable around you, like in your surroundings.
Yeah.
So like when you smile with teeth, you're at home, or you feel at home. You're around people that have your best interests. versus like smiling with no teeth, showing like like you're kind of really meh. You're very guarded, very reserved. Do you guys smile with your teeth in public or?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's something that I don't even think about really. I mean, like when I'm like nice to, like, I don't know. I mean, it seems like smiling without your teeth is essentially like a half smile. It's like a more of a platitude type of a thing as opposed to like actually gesturing that you're happy or whatever. So that's like if I'm walking by someone and they wave to me, I'll be like, oh, like no teeth smile, I guess. But go ahead.
You get when you.
I don't know. I feel like I hit somebody with like a head nod, like what's going on, like head nod.
Don't do that in public. People are gonna think you need help. But,
I used to do that.
I think it's like if I see somebody I know around.
Yeah, I feel like that's interesting. I feel like I used to have a problem where I looked less approachable, and it like contributed to my social anxiety. I think
RBF,
but
do you have RBF?
Yeah, that's exactly what I had, and
I mean, we all do.
What's that?
Yeah.
I know, I do.
Bitch face.
Yeah, and I used to think like I would think I was smiling. I was just like, and then like in pictures that would also translate to that because I take terrible pictures, and I was like,
yeah, you did. You used to, yeah.
And like it would be like
used to be
I would never smile with my teeth. Yeah, so like now I just sort of like learned the habit or something. Oh God, excuse me. And like now I just do it. I feel like all the time, and it helps you be more approachable. I think, and like
absolutely.
Yeah.
I still take bad pictures, but it's know.
Nah, that one where we were at that pub crawl and we were at the fucking the big mirror, the big distorted mirror.
I feel like when I'm in nature and it's more candid.
In nature.
Fun.
Oh, I see you.
Bar.
In nature.
Go stream Nature by Day Vision.
Nature by Day Vision.
That's why he called it that. He was inspired. He didn't even know it. He's inspired by nature.
In nature. I'm in my happy place. Yeah. When someone sets up a camera though and is like, "All right, get ready, bro," I'm like, "Hey, bro."
You gotta let the teeth out, man.
I know. I just gotta go. Hey, brother.
Let them out.
Yeah.
Plus, you feel better. You feel better when you like actually show a range of emotion that isn't just reserved and like.
Well, that was that old classic psychological study. It was like just the act of smiling makes you feel happy.
Boost your morale.
And stuff like they would put a pen in between people's teeth and they would report feeling happier just because it forced a smile. Yeah. Very interesting stuff. The feedback between your internal and external stuff. But, I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I had. It was just the idea of smiling with.
No, I'd be interested to see though if like that was a study on like an actual difference between people who are like somewhat less secure or less open if they didn't show teeth in public or something. That'd be interesting.
I would be inclined to believe that there are studies that probably prove that.
It might be. Yeah.
You'd be surprised about the amount of things that you could find no like actual psychological scholarship on. Like people will do studies, but they're not fucking conducted properly and not with like a good enough number of participants. They'll have like 10 participants and be like, yeah, 6 of them show teeth, so obviously people who show teeth have crippling anxiety. It's like what? How is this?
Yeah. There's a lot of pseudo pop science out there, but you gotta get the funding and stuff.
I have crippling depression.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have osteoporosis.
But the idea of being self-conscious about that to the degree that you would like bring it up to your coworker on your like on the line or whatever is it feels to me like an outdated masculinity thing of like not like as a man not crying, not showing any vulnerability, that you would like think about that to that degree of like you trying to
he's showing teeth, so it's off-putting. It makes me feel uncomfortable. That's a problem in oneself.
Definitely.
It's like a dog.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say that basically every mammal.
I was like, you got to give us a little more. It's like a dog.
Basically, every mammal that's not us uses teeth baring as like a sign of aggression. Like any any dog you see snarling, any cat, chimpanzees do it, and those are our closest relative. They'll bare their teeth as a sign of aggression or as a territorial kind of a thing. So
it's funny that you say that because my dog Trooper, he's a pit bull, and whenever somebody we come home or somebody new walks in, he starts like showing his teeth, but he's like not aggressive at all. So like he's like smiling.
That's funny. Yeah. Trooper's a good boy.
Yeah, David met him.
He is a trooper.
That is a trooper.
He is, yeah. He's getting old, but
he's just on a certain level. He's like happy to see a new person, but he's showing the teeth to be like, yo, you hurt my family, I can fuck you up. Just so you know.
He's like, yeah, I'm still a pit bull, by the way.
I'll bite that
Yeah.
Yeah. So he scares people a lot, but he's not gonna bite nobody.
Yeah. That's like I have my family's had several Dobermans.
Yeah.
Yep. Doberman. Yes. And a lot of them just like they can be pretty hard to control on a leash, and like it reminded me of like a lot of them do this. Like recently I was walking down the dirt road and there are these kids walking by me. I have this big Doberman and I have been freaking working out for 8 months, so I can barely control him. And he's not aggressive at all, but he wants to sniff them. So he just like, I'm going like this and he's just like lifting up and like just sticking his nose out, like, and he just does that like silently, and they're like, "Oh, what the frick?" Because it's just like he's bigger than them.
Yeah.
So like learning the
want
dog.
to sniff.
Yeah, the dog's mannerisms. They have their own. Yeah, weird. I don't know.
Sniff.
Mm. There you go. Yeah.
God damn.
What else
The
has been on
idea
y'all?
that we say "dang" way too much. How about that?
Dang? How about?
Dang.
I mean, I say it too much, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a habit
Cameron,
of
do you have an idiosyncrasy that you fall back on whenever you have no idea what to say to someone? Or?
Oh, it changes. Like, well, it's actually not. That doesn't necessarily change, but I do get idiosyncrasies like that I'll adapt to for like adopt and like use over and over again for like 3 months, and then I'll like transition out of it to something new. Like, I don't know, I couldn't tell you what it is right now, but if you listen to the podcast, you'll probably hear me say like the same one phrase or noise or whatever over and over again, and then it'll shift. I don't know. I've actually almost started adopting "dang," just off of David. So that's a fact.
Every text this man sends is "dang" or "okay, dang" or like, bruh.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have a friend that. Well, I'll let you get to that in a second. But I have a friend that like, I went to dinner with them for one of their friends' birthdays, and he was sitting at the same table with me, and he's across from me, and we're having just a regular conversation. And every single time he has to end a sentence, he always says, "So yeah, man." Like he would say, "So yeah, man,"
like that, yeah.
to everything. Yeah, and I don't know if you listen, Samir, but I love it. I love you. Keep doing your thing. But I pointed it out to him, and he's like, "Yeah, you know that you're right. That is just a tick, like something that you have to say that to feel whole, almost.
Yeah.
Like or that you're not getting your point across if you don't say that.
Yeah,
which is a little weird.
I'm actually remembering the one that I've been using recently is giga when describing something that's like extreme or a lot of, or like I would say like that's giga fucked or something like that if I was saying something super fucked up. Like
sounds like Pokemon type stuff.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely.
Giga impact.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Cameron was hit by recoil.
Giga recoil, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying about "dang"?
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, I feel like we learned all these from someone. I learned it from my friend CJ Retro Daffy on Xbox, I think. Shout out, salute. He would say "dang" all the time, and I feel like I use it as like mildly positive, and then I say as like mildly negative, like I'm thinking about it.
Facts.
So like it's weird, but I was trying to think of Alex's now. Like I don't know if you had. Do you have?
I'm trying to think of mine.
I don't know. I mean, I just adopt things that we like terms that we use. Like we use "dang" a lot. All of us say "dang."
Yeah.
Huh.
Or "the hang" with the H.
The hang. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I read it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
if I got nothing else left to say, I'll usually say something like "I don't know" or like "I guess" or like something like that.
Yeah,
But that's
pretty
not overly
common.
consistent, and I think that's pretty common, I guess. But
I don't know. I think maybe in like social situations, like I said something, but nobody acknowledged what I said. I'll say it again. Type of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like they heard me, and I know they heard me, but they just didn't acknowledge that they heard me. Or so I said, like, if it's a joke or something, nobody says nothing. I just say it again.
Want to see me say it again?
I said Rome boy.
I said Halloweenies.
Weenie.
It was reindeer.
It's raining, dear, or whatever.
Reindeer.
Looks like rain.
Yeah,
Looks like reindeer.
man, that's funny.
Yeah,
that can be awkward.
David-
I hate that, when I
Yeah.
don't hear you.
I think what the big lesson out of this is David's next beat tape or the beat tape after should just be called "Dang."
Probably.
It should
Yeah.
like your drop should be, dang, Daddy David or something like that. Something gay as hell like that. Yeah.
That would be dope.
Oh yeah.
I would
baby.
totally say that shit.
I could get you or Brian to say it, or someone with an iconic voice.
I think I should do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
think I
screw
should
you,
do it.
Brian. We don't need your
Honestly.
voice.
Yeah, get the fuck
Alright.
out of here, Brian. Constantly being a star on our podcast. Leave us.
True.
Leave us
yeah.
to be.
Yes.
No.
Goddamn.
Shout out.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Brian.
I've been saying shout out a lot lately. I guess I need to stop doing that. I noticed that rewatching the drunk podcast, even when you guys were laughing at like a joke someone else made, I'd be like, shout out to this, and I was like
Yeah.
getting so annoyed at myself. I was like,
Talking
shut
about
up,
Drake.
Dude,
it's not funny.
I can't listen to our
Shout out to
podcast,
Drake.
man.
Oh really? Yeah, yeah.
Can't do it. I hate myself.
Do you not like the?
I do
the
hate
sound of your
myself.
voice? Do
Dang.
you guys?
Not
do you
even the
guys
sound of my
experience
own voice.
that at all?
It's not- Huh?
I was gonna say, do any of you experience that in terms of like just not
Yeah.
liking your own voice on recording?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like my voice.
It's like I don't mind my voice. I just don't like the way I come off. Like I don't like the way I explain things. I sound like a fucking idiot. I don't know how y'all are friends with me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I wonder.
Yeah,
I wonder
it's
too.
it's really easy to be harsh on yourself, especially when you remember exactly what you said and you're thinking. It's like you're in the shower or whatever, and you're thinking about what you should have said in that argument 3 years ago. It's exactly that, but it's like, oh, I recorded this and put it on the internet, and now I like this would have been the better thing to say, but there's no going back. So
At least
Yeah.
I have the confidence to
Or-
be an idiot for
Yeah.
the rest of.
yeah,
Or
and that's why we're
Cameron,
friends with you.
instead of saying, you know how you just
That's
said,
why. Yeah. Just the one.
you
Just
think
the
of
one thing.
something to say in the argument, like 3 years later. Have you ever thought of something that you did in like that was super cringe, and then you just think about it, and then you
Oh,
cringe again? Like
Yeah.
you're just like, man.
Like at least once a week, I shame myself in the shower.
Yeah.
Basically.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck did I do that?
It's just like
But
you
that's-
relive the cringe, like in your
Yeah.
head.
That's a critical part of being a human.
No, it
I
is.
feel like, yeah.
Self-awareness.
Mistake. And if
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have the capacity to be shameful, I don't think you're able to grow. Like at
Yeah.
all.
I feel like, yeah, there's a difference between like learning from your mistakes and then just beating yourself up for no reason, and then sometimes it crosses over into that.
It's a fine line sometimes.
Yeah. I cringe at myself all the time. Ugh, God.
Did y'all hear that?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I heard something.
I think
Yeah.
that was Nathan.
Nice.
He's cooking on the grill and he opens the thing. He's like, yeah.
Nice. Grill master.
Dope.
That's
The
a good
grill
feeling.
master.
When you open up the grill and it's what you're looking at's good enough to say yeehaw.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
juicy meats.
That's
The
always
meat
like,
juice.
Oh, I love grilling.
This episode's gonna be called the meat juice.
what did you say? Man juice.
Man
Meat
juice.
Man juice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Cameron's just like,
I cannot believe I laughed for 3 minutes straight last week.
oh yeah.
That was atrocious.
What?
Yeah.
What was
What
that?
did you even laugh
the
at? I just remember
Grooming
you
the
go-
fucking horse.
Me-
I
Oh,
laughed
yeah.
for like 2.5 minutes solid, and Alex was so pissed. He was like, "Bruh, shut the fuck up," and I wouldn't stop.
Yeah, you were just dying. I remember that now.
Dude,
Oh man.
And, yeah, I had to edit that clip down for. I don't think we even put it out, but like I was
it's in
making
the,
it.
it's in the email though.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll do
That's
that so
funny.
you guys see it. But for the promo clip for social media, yeah, I had to edit it to 1 minute, and it was like just so many stretches of you laughing. I just had to cut out.
I'm mad because a lot of it cut out because I was just so fucking loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember thinking that as well when I was going through it. I was like, damn, like he's just fucking. Yeah, that was really funny.
I just remember like everybody's attention span is just gone.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was like 2.5 hours in, and I wasn't even that lit. Honestly, it was just funny as hell to me at the time.
yeah.
Just couldn't breathe. I literally could not breathe. I think I stood up at one point. I'm like, bro, I can't.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
there was a whole variety of noises you were making. You know?
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Nah.
All right.
What else we got?
I wanted to get into some college stories as of the release of this episode. I believe I will have graduated from undergrad. So
Dang, that's insane.
I'll have
My
my
little fat
You've
dab
done
on
it.
my bachelor's degree in anthropology with minors in Spanish and psychology. So yeah,
I'm about to have
Fun
my
times.
bachelor's in finance with a accounting minor. So we
yes,
lit.
yes.
Get it,
lit,
boys.
baby.
Get it.
I'm about to have another semester.
Hey, nah, we stand with you, King.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
The
Nah, I'm
boys-
fucking out.
The boys really been going through it these last week or two with
Facts.
final exams and papers and stuff, and Alex is still in it. So prayers up to him.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
sure.
Trevor is
finals,
he's got a
man.
final. He's got finals. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
Trevor.
2 finals that I don't even want to study for yet. I have
Really?
senioritis like a motherfucker.
Yeah, at least for our university, it's we still have finals going on. I guess you're done, Cameron. Now,
Yeah, our
Yeah.
commencement doesn't even start for another week after yours. Y'all don't waste any time.
No,
Yeah.
we just we started in freaking August 15th was my first day of class. So we started early as hell so that we could finish cuz they planned it out so that we if people went home for Thanksgiving, they basically wouldn't have to come back between Thanksgiving and Christmas break because
yeah,
Yep.
I mean the last
it went online.
like the latest day for exams was December 3rd. So like if you go, it was literally like Thanksgiving break, a day of class, like technically what was our last day of class, and then 2 reading days, and then exams start. So and that's where we're at right now. And then the semester, I think the semester's officially over now technically because that was the last day of exams being the 3rd, and then commencement. So basically everyone who's on campus has probably almost already moved out.
Dope.
So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's all coming to an end. The new chapter is beginning. That's why they
Yeah.
call it commencement.
As a anthropologist, I don't know.
Yes,
Mhm.
hopefully we'll see. I'd love to work in the field, but I don't know if I'm going to be able. They talked about when I was writing my primatology papers. I came across a few articles about should this year be. Should anthropologists stop primatology fieldwork entirely, in which they go out and they live in the jungle essentially, and they observe apes and monkeys and whatever. And they were worried about, since COVID came from a bat, that if we give COVID to a chimpanzee population or something, it could just eviscerate them, or any other primate population. So
Oh wow.
or they could end up carrying it and it would mutate and then come back to us again. So
They would probably social
it could-
distance better than America does.
Yeah, no cap whatsoever. I'm taking my cap off.
Yeah, take
for
the
you
cap
saying
off,
that.
honestly.
I have had air, but
No
I'm still
cap for
doing
your
it
commencement.
to demonstrate solidarity with what Trevor said.
So yeah,
Yes, like
Very-
Cameron will be doing in a few days, taking his cap off.
yes,
Hey.
turning the tassel
but
from
that's-
left to right. I think it is. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
No idea.
Throw it in the air.
I
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
I
will
was
be-
telling Rocio that I want to make my own custom design cap where I would have I wanted to do a Hufflepuff theme because I guess I am a Hufflepuff if we have to identify with a house.
Yes,
But
you
it's
do.
it was like a triple
labels.
There you go.
hey bro.
It's actually kind of funny because you don't call your girlfriend, so
Yeah.
it kind of
she's
lines up.
she's the wife.
The wife,
That's
yeah.
that's the
Mm.
wife. That's wifey. Yeah. So it was like a triple entendre because the book that I read, Fangirl, there's a part where they read. I think the book is called The Outsiders, and there's a quote in that where it says "Stay gold, pony boy." So it's it was like a triple entendre of me having the Hufflepuff theme, the UCF colors are black and gold, and
Okay.
I would have the quote saying "Stay gold, pony boy."
That'd be
I,
dope.
Okay.
want to make that so bad, so
That'd be dope.
There you
we
go.
might have to do that.
Definitely do
Well,
that.
You got the pony boy thing down.
Yeah. track 6 of RTJ3, Stay
What does
Gold.
that even mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You got the pony boy
I
down.
don't know. He's got it down.
Track what you said?
Forget
What'd you
about
say? No, say it.
He said.
I said track
Yeah. No,
track
go
6 of RTJ3, Stay Gold. Yeah. I did a U. I pulled a U.
Hey,
Um,
that's my favorite meme.
yeah.
It's very inoffensive. It's not annoying, at least to me. I don't think it's annoying.
Oh yeah,
No,
you're referencing.
I think it's
Yeah.
entertaining as hell, honestly.
I like it better when we send screenshots of the tracks.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
super. Yeah, we've been
I
doing
mean,
that for
like,
years.
When you scratch out different like letters
Yeah.
and words, to make it be like, like what was the one that was just said like on? It was some
Yeah,
like
it was
Drake
yeah,
track.
yeah, no, yeah. So G-Eazy has a song called Ben On, and I scratched out Ben for On, and
For
there was
like
another
on
one.
Xbox. Yeah.
It was a Nicki Minaj track. I think it was like Get On something, but I scratched out the last two words, and it
Yeah.
was just like Get On, and I would send it
Get
to
On.
David,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Get On
it's
Xbox.
Yeah.
Masterclass.
Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
It's, oh man.
Good stuff.
What a life we lead, honestly.
Good memes.
My God. Good
Yeah.
memes. Good memes with the boys.
Quality.
Don't let the memes be memes.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
So anyway, you're graduating college.
Graduating
and,
college. Yep. Hopefully working in the field. We'll see. Got to get a job.
Yeah.
Got to
No-
pay off the
no more.
absolute fucking mountain of loan debt that I have from being at school. So
do you know if there's any like, it sounds like it's a meme maybe, but like, is there any legitimate talk in the anthropology field of like 2020 centered studies with how weird it's been for just the pandemic or whatever? Or I don't know if that would even be something you're privy to, but like, I wonder how like modern anthropologists go with their studies sometimes.
they're probably ongoing. I can tell you very specifically, actually, that one of the first things we learned about COVID was through anthropological study, because it was a speech pathologist, or maybe not a speech pathologist, but maybe he is a pathologist as well, but a guy who his specialty is speech and language, and he was studying like one of the like a very specific language that exists in only like this high altitude place somewhere near India or something like that, like in the Himalayas. Like all this stuff. So anyway,
Japanese.
it was about how like their voice transmits differently because of the different altitude and stuff, and like directly linked to that then was the like moisture droplets of people's like speech. And so like through that study that was already being done, they figured out about how COVID carries on like the moisture droplets when you when you talk, and that it wasn't like all this to say, like obviously when you cough, like everyone knows, like a sick person coughs on you, they're like, oh, get the whatever they have, but it was the idea that like just by talking, not by coughing, but just by like talking as I am now, you're still sending out like a lot of droplets into the air. So that's why it's important to wear your fucking mask and social distance, you motherfuckers.
True.
Dude, fucking
100. That's dope.
there would be like spans of like 11 months where I wouldn't clean my TV, and I would look at it like close up, and I'd be like, there's just dried saliva on your TV, and it's everywhere. It's like a fucking like a blood spatter canvas.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting. So if you yell, it's not even that you have to cough, like you're saying, you can dispel moisture so easily
Yeah.
Yeah.
just by yelling.
Yep.
Like you're just like that's why they call it rapping spitting. Like you're literally like spitting on the mic.
Spitting, yes.
I was seeing like I don't know how well this relates to like college and COVID, but I was seeing this thing, this article about how this past fall semester, Florida universities have been seeing anywhere from like 20% to like 50% decrease in like people applying.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean,
It makes sense.
the few classes that I've taken, they weren't up to cap. Like they were like 25 out of 40.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
There's just less people going to school.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Just exponentially harder to do so. And people don't want to pay for half-ass experience. They don't want to do it online. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like-
no.
We're already neck deep.
I don't want to.
so it doesn't matter to us.
I'm paying lab fees, and my labs are online. Like,
I still
bro.
don't get. I am still not over the fact that you pay a financial aid fee because you have financial aid. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
nuts. It's like $5 a credit hour. Why are you nickel and diming me?
It's
I don't think I knew that.
college is a business, man. It is
Yeah.
more a business than it is an educational institution. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Is UCF for profit? I don't think they are.
No, I mean even public colleges are for profit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have to be like a for-profit school necessarily. It's like, you know, the people
making
are
money.
making money. Yeah,
like
they're
the,
making
like the
their money.
president dude is paid.
Yeah,
No,
he's
for sure.
paid.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, let's.
But like for profit versus non-profit, like I don't think a lot of people like know what that means, but it's literally like non-profit. All of those like funds after the bottom line get put back into the business. They don't get shelled out to shareholders or paid out as bonuses, whereas like for profit obviously is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
They're still trying to make trying to make
say,
money for sure.
The general idea being that like if you make more money as the CEO of a nonprofit, your salary can still go up, even if you're not like hoarding the profit. Like even if it's going back into the business,
it's very indirect.
If your business is growing, then your salary can still go up. So like
it's very indirect.
Making money and having success in a business that is supposedly, you know, a non-profit organization is still beneficial to the people that are making money working there. So
it's also beneficial tax-wise. There's a lot of
Yeah.
tax breaks that come with that.
Oh yeah. Well, isn't the NFL? Yeah, I don't know if we even.
Mm-hmm. I think they're classified as
Non-profit.
Aren't they? Yeah.
I think so.
the NFL.
I think
Yeah.
so. I believe I
Yeah.
heard
No,
that.
it's disgusting.
It's a lot of tax bills out there and tax breaks.
Yeah.
If you get the money, then you are getting more
The
money.
absolute best one, in my opinion, is the Catholic Church, who
Oh, yeah.
is
Nah, bro, the Church of Scientology. That's
That's not
well,
too.
okay. So literally, L. Ron Hubbard is on record as
At least
saying,
at least
as
Catholic is
saying
a church.
that Scientology is made like he came up with Scientology and structured Scientology the way it is in order to make money. Like he's on record saying that like 4 separate times, and there's still people in that fucking cult. And
Dude,
it's so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
That is wild. Yeah.
I listened to a podcast on that as well about the Scientology cult and how it got started, and L. Ron Hubbard in specific, and like how they keep you is by making it cost so much to be part of it initially that you're then like well, fuck, I'm already $15,000 deep. I guess I'll take the next $5,000 class to see if things get better. Like it's like it's all this shit. It's like we'll tell you.
Well, because like first they want you to buy some book, like buy this book, like what is it called? Dianetics. That's
Yeah.
right. Buy Dianetics, buy this book, then you buy this book, then you pay for this class, then this class. So they're like, yeah, you'll get the next level of knowledge if you buy the next class.
Yes.
And that
Like, wow.
appeals to the sunk cost fallacy, is what that's called. Is you've already spent time or money on something, so you're like, this going to this other thing would be better, but I have to keep with this because I've already spent stuff on it. And
That's
it's
like
a common
probably
logical
like
fallacy.
that's like a critical issue in gambling.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how gambling addictions
well.
exist as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of like,
Yeah,
I can win it all back. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, you can't.
you can't.
Unfortunately. And if you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
you're gonna get right back in the hole.
Yep.
You'd be like, I'm winning now, I will win again. Yeah,
No.
constant cycle.
Put your credit card away, sir. Go home. Your wife needs you. She is sleeping
Yeah.
with another man.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Go and discover this
That
affair.
that sound bite. Oh no.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, dude. What the fuck was I gonna
There you
say?
go.
This is a great podcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're almost at an hour,
I'm
so I
loving it.
think we should
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
slide
I
off
wanted
of it.
I was trying to figure whether we were gonna jump into college romance stories, but I mean mine's already basically fully out and done. But I
We
didn't
can.
know
Yeah.
if you guys have been through.
I was
any of
I was
that.
a hoe for a little bit. I could talk about it a little bit.
I don't know what time we're at. So if we want
We're at
talk about it
58. We're at
On
like
another
59.
episode if you want.
Yeah, we'll do it on another
all
episode.
right, look forward to that on our next variety storytelling episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Thoughty podcast.
Thoughty.
Out
Yeah.
in the streets.
Well, everybody out there, thanks for chilling with us. This was a nice little chill episode
Very
after what we've been doing. So, yeah, hope you enjoy. And It's been real, I guess.
We're getting so much better with the outro.
We are. And yeah, thanks for listening. Everything David said. I love you all.
Yep. Adios.
Peace out, baby.